Corpbiz.
Hello viewers, welcome to Corpbiz. My name is Shalin Verma and today we will learn how to conduct an ecological impact assessment. So if you are looking to understand the applicability, process or relevance of ecological impact assessment, watch this video till the end. So let's get started. An ecological impact is different from environmental impact. This assessment considers actions that result in a change to a site's habitat, species and ecosystem. Ecological impact assessment is meant to establish the baseline ecological conditions at the study area. This assessment involves identifying, measuring and evaluating the potential effects of a project through ecology surveys that aim to identify any likely significant effect of the proposed scheme in the absence of mitigation, including cumulative impacts, set out any ecological measures necessary to effectively avoid or mitigate likely effects and identify residual impacts. Identify any compensatory measures required to offset residual impacts. Set out potential ecological enhancement measures that may be delivered by the proposed scheme. Confirm how proposed enhancement, compensation and mitigation measures will be secured, and finally determine whether the project accords with the relevant ecological conservation policies. When examining a possible location for the development of a project, it is important to consider the environmental laws applicable and the potential effects the site may have on the ecosystem. Certain species and their habitats are protected under different laws, which require developers to conduct this assessment. Ecological assessment can be done as a part of EIA or in form of a post-impact evaluation in ecologically impacted construction. We will now try to delineate the requirements for an ecological impact assessment. The first step in this assessment is PEA or Preliminary Ecology Appraisal, also known as scoping. This step involves an ecologist who identifies the present habitat and the potential impact on the protected species. Value assessments also form a significant part of this assessment, which are a part of phase 2 of the survey. Even if a project is classified as a non-EIA project, the consultants hired must have a detailed understanding of how to conduct an ecological impact assessment and compliance with all relevant environmental laws and regulations. Now, we will understand in brief how to conduct this assessment. In the first stage, a preliminary ecological appraisal is conducted, which includes a phase 1 habitat survey and desk study to identify habitats and potentially threatened species on the site. The next step, that is value assessment, a detailed survey or phase 2 survey is conducted to understand the value of the site. The next step is impact assessment, which tries to assess the potential impacts of the activity on the habitats and species that are a part of the survey and are affected by the proposed development. This will include mitigation, compensation and enhancement measures. Finally, the reporting stage. Presenting the result, interpretation of assessment and recommended mitigation and compensation measures in a detailed ecological impact assessment report is also required. It must also be supported by plans prior to submission of the application. Now, we will understand how is an ecological impact assessment report prepared. This report is created for the purpose of submitting it along with the planning of the application. The report includes the following: a summary of the context of the study, details of the individual who are conducting the assessment, the methods used in conducting desk studies, surveys and assessments, the outcomes and interpretations of the findings, an evaluation of the likely effects of the proposal on the designated sites, habitats and protected area or invasive species, recommendations for measures to avoid, mitigate and compensate. So with this, we have reached the end of our video. Here I would like to bring to your attention the relevance of ecological impact assessment in the EIA process. The ECIA report or the ecological section of an environmental statement should clearly and concisely depict the significant consequences of a project so that all the stakeholders can comprehend the proposal's implications. EIA will be most efficient when all the ecologists and specialists work together and collaborate with each other. Therefore, in the case of ecological baseline studies involving the biotic factors of the environment, the expertise of ecologists and environmentalists is also crucial along with the certified consultants. At Corpbiz, we provide a one-stop solution to every assessment and studies needed for the development projects. Contact our experts from the details shown for any queries related to your project, government approvals or post-compliance needs. Thank you for watching.